All right. All right, let's go. What's good? You already know what it is. The Off the Top podcast hosted by your man Kill, my brother Yao. What's going on, Yao G's?
Hey, what's good, baby? How you?
I mean, fuck, man. We're in the middle of a pandemic. I can't go nowhere. I'm stuck in the house. I mean, I'm as good as it could get right now, man. I can't complain though.
I feel you. Yeah, it's been. I mean, it's been tough, but I can't even say like hopefully soon it'll get better. But just trying to keep pushing day by day.
Exactly. Somebody said, "Yo, when this pandemic is over, it's starting to sound like when you used to be like, and when I win the lotto."
Yep.
Like I'm gonna do this when I win the lotto. It's like, yeah, that shit's not gonna happen. Same thing, yo. When this pandemic is over, I'm gonna do fill in the blank. Yeah, it may not happen.
Might not happen. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. So yeah, Off the Top podcast. I got a good friend here with me today. Philly Ball. For those of you. Yeah, I mean, former ESPN colleague, we back in our Bristol days. A lot of hip hop talk, a lot of sneakerhead as well. Hip hop head as well. We'll get into that more later. He's a contributor and editor for the Black Opinions Matter podcast, BOMM. Good friend of mine. Overall, just a good dude. I want to introduce my man, John Gervais Jr., aka Jerv215. Welcome to the show, my good brother.
Thank you for having me, man. I'm excited to be in the building.
Right on, bro. I appreciate you making the time for it, good brother. And then you from the crib too, so you already know what that is,
bro. I saw the flyer chat and I was like, oh, it's on today.
Yeah,
it's on.
Yeah, you already know what that is.
Outnumbered off top. He outnumbered off top. All
right.
I don't want to hear no Knicks stuff today, y'all. Nobody want to talk that.
Here we go. Listen, you don't have to worry about me. I'm watching Porzingis thrash everybody in the league.
Well, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt, bro.
It stings definitely. But I mean, it's just a typical day of being a Knicks fan. So it is what it is,
bro. Well, we gotta talk about Sixers later. But yeah, set us off. What's your first question, good brother?
All right. So as y'all know, the premise of the show is me and Kill and whoever our guest is for the week. We have 3 questions. One pertaining to hip hop, one pertaining to sneakers, and one pertaining to hoops. So that's the premise of the show. We're gonna start off with, we'll get into it just because hoops is on and it's fresh in everybody's mind right now. Excuse me. I know Kill wants to get into hoops with this whole shit going on. So, my question to y'all is: I know we've been watching the hoops. It's been great to have it back. Honestly, my days are filled with daytime, 1 p.m. to damn near midnight with hoops, and I can't get enough of it. So, I want to know who is your MVP of the NBA bubble.
Good question. Jerv, why don't you take that first, good brother?
It's crazy because my MVP for the bubble, he not even gonna make the playoffs. I want to say Dame, but Dame's not doing anything other than what I just know Dame to do. But that youngin over in Phoenix, Devin Booker is. I don't know if it's because he light skinned. I don't know if it's. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because I wanted him on my squad. I was right. I said he was gonna be nice. I don't know what it is, man. But youngin is special. I'm loving the love. He throws the code every 6 seconds. He seems to be really taking the advice that he was given, and I love that in the youngin playing ball when they listen. You know what I mean? Like a lot of young dudes don't listen, and he sure as hell listening. And the way he playing right now, man, you take him off that squad. I'm not saying that Portland would still be Portland,
right?
But they'd be something. You take that dude off of the Suns, they not even in the bubble.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't even invite them to the bubble. Like they'd be Sacramento.
Yeah.
I had Booker too. I just feel like the buckets have just been tremendous. He's been hitting them in big spots too. Big spots, you know what I mean? Like last second, game on the line. The shot he hit from 35 feet the other day was really just outrageously ridiculous. Like shot clock running down, 35 feet away. No, he booked it. The net didn't even move. Like how do you do that for 35 feet? You know what I mean? So I'm giving my MVP of the bubble right now to Book because he's just been shaking. Hopefully, I'm not gonna say get him out of Phoenix. I think Phoenix has a lot of talent. They're just young, and I think we need to give Monty Williams a chance to kind of develop them because he's a real live coach. So I'm not on the get Booker out of Phoenix train yet, unless he's coming to New York. But yeah, other than that, I'm with Book for the MVP of the bubble.
It's the same with me. I was gonna say Booker. I mean, that shot over Kawhi and Paul George. I mean, you know, what I mean, he's just like you said, he buckets, and nobody. I don't care who cats can front all day long. If you would ask people, yo, who gonna be 8-0 going into the bubble? Like, nah, nobody's picking Phoenix. You know what I mean? And like you said, Jerv, that's all Booker. You know what I mean? Give props to everybody, but he's the MVP of that, you know, what's going down right now. You know, like you said, and if not Book, then you know, Dame. And it's sad when somebody does what they do every year. You know what I mean? We kind of have to look for somebody else because it's like, oh, well, that's just Jay doing Jay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you almost not give somebody props because you're just so used to them doing it because their game is so dope. But definitely, I got Book, you know, and if not Book, then definitely, you know, Dame. I said the other day, Max had said something on First Take, like when him and Paul George was barking back and forth. And it's like, yo, like Jay said, do not bark up that tree. That tree will fall on you. Like, there's a lot of people who talk shit to in the league. Dame is not one of them.
Not that
He's
guy.
just not. He's just not. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's crazy. All right, boom. My question. I got, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 players. I want y'all to tell me, who do you think would have had the dopest career and then also the slept on career? These are 6 players who were all had to retire early based off of injury. So I got
one out of the 6s for each answer.
One out the 6 for who would have had the dopest career, and then one who would have had the most slept on career. So I got Penny Hardaway. You got the left knee injury. You got Jamal Mashburn that people forget about, was a monster with the microfracture surgery with his knee. Yao Ming. A lot of people don't talk about Yao. You know what I mean? But Yao was hooping. You know what I mean? Fracture the left foot, right knee fracture. Brandon Roy. Nobody talks about B. Roy, and he was a problem. Degenerate knee condition. Of course, you got Grant Hill with all the foot and the ankle issues. And then you got my man D. Rose out the South Side Chicago, torn ACL. We all know about that. So out of those 6, who do you think would have been the dopest? But then who do you also think would have been the most slept on? Like who would have had an ill career and kept it going? Who you got, Jerv?
Man, it was a couple cats you said. I just like, oh yeah, that's my answer. That's my answer. I'm biased. As a young boy, I remember getting that Sports Illustrated when Mike had retired, and everybody said, "Who the next one? Who the next one?" And if y'all have not watched Grant Hill play basketball, please don't watch. I mean, even Phoenix, he was cool, right? Don't watch the Phoenix stuff. I'm talking about look at Detroit. Look at like. Yo, Grant Hill had a chance to go down. To me, it's easy. Grant had an opportunity to be a top 5-ish kind of guy. Like I really think he was on that type of trajectory. Like literally, what couldn't Grant do?
Right.
What couldn't he do? You saw him like he played in that era, and he was cooking him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Scotty, the nicest defender in the league, cooked him. It was. Well, yeah, what'd you say? Give up the end, like you know what I mean? Like, just give up the end. Everybody gave him up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like,
and he was by himself.
Yeah.
Did it all by himself. So yeah, easy for me. It's Grant Hill.
Now, who's your slept on one?
I think because of where he played, it would have been Brandon Roy. Everybody else had that flash with him. You know what I mean? Out of everybody you name, everybody had that flash. And even though y'all didn't have that flash, yeah, I mean y'all had the China market behind him. He had the global market behind him. Brandon Roy is cold. He was cold, dude. Like one of the things I always say, I say that if the Blazers would have drafted Kevin Durant instead of Ball, Brandon Roy still plays basketball because he doesn't feel the pressure to rush back. Because Greg Oden can't play that year, and they need to put people in the seats. They need to see somebody. I don't think he feels pressure to come back. So if they draft Kevin Durant, then it's a whole nother story. I think Brandon Roy, out of everybody you named, is easily the most slept on cat, and he was a Hall of Famer. I mean, everybody you named was a Hall of Famer, but Brandon Roy, he would have been a Hall of Famer, but he's not going to. You know what I mean? Naturally, he's not going to get in.
Right. Yeah, what you got, good brother?
So I'm gonna just I'm gonna continue on the point as far. I'll stay with most slept on because Brandon Roy, bro, man, I watched Brandon Roy in Washington give UConn in the
In the 20.
in the tourney. I want to say it was the regional final before he gave us hell. I want to say it was him and somebody else. Like I can't think of the other guard's name, but it was him and somebody else. But Brandon Roy was dogging us, and if not for Rip Hamilton hitting that mid range, that little buzzer beater, Brandon Roy's in the Final Four. You know what I mean? So even from then, I just think, and also because he's in the Northwest in Portland. You know what I mean? He wasn't getting that much light, but every time I watched him, it was buckets upon buckets and defense. And I always say this: you. As far as us, we're fans and we're not in the game, but you always want to listen to the people who are in the game and how they revere people and to let you know how good they really are. Kobe used to talk about Brandon Roy like, yo, he's a dog. And that coming from Kobe, I just watched a clip about Kobe talking about Dame Lillard in his rookie year. Like those type of words that you get from people like Kobe and even like I forgot, somebody was talking about Brandon Roy. Who was it? I can't think of the guy's name. Allen Iverson was talking about Brandon Roy. Like, yo, he was a dog. I've seen so many interviews of people talking about Brandon Roy and what he would have been had he not got hurt. And like Jerry said, him rushing back was kind of when you have the degenerate knees are different because that's like a slow process for your knee to just and eventually just took him out. So I'll go with Brandon Roy as far as my slept on. I'm gonna go Penny Hardaway as far as best career though, because. And I think, and don't be wrong, because you can really go either way with it as far as Grant Hill and Penny. It's really apples. I mean, either way, it's fine. But
it's like Jay and Big. It's like Jay
and Big because Penny, he had so much effect on the game from the very first time he tipped the basketball in an NBA game. It was like I have complete control of the game. Now having Shaq has something to do with that as well, obviously, but he was so ahead as far as like moves and passes and running offense as a young cat. I don't think people really realize. When I was younger, one of my best friends, his name is Curtis. He used to emulate Penny's game. We were like 7th, 8th grade. I mean, he had the skinny, the high dribble, everything, and the passes. I was like, yo. So Penny. I know you talk about Grant Hill having a full package game, but we're not gonna sit here and say Penny didn't either, because Penny had the handle. He would cross you. He was. Honestly, underratedly, he was strong as hell. Like people couldn't really like match up with him. He's also 6'7", sees over everybody, passing, runs the break, buckets, left, right. He had the entire package as a point guard. I think, like I said, he also got hurt. But what I didn't like what Penny did, and I kind of feel like when I was younger, I felt the way about it. And I feel the same. Melo did something similar, where there was the year he was hurt, he sat out like 30 games and then played in the All-Star game. And it was like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like. You don't have to do that. Like if you want to take the time off, take the time off. You know what I mean? And get yourself better. But Penny was a dog, man. A dog.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Penny. And not to go off tangent, but you mentioned Jamal Mashburn. Got to give that guy some credit too, because I mean, as far as a guy that was like back to the basket, who wasn't above the rim game, he had complete package too. All the mid-range game in the world, all the post game in the world, legit player. New York City boy too. So.
Yeah.
Was he from Brooklyn?
I think from Queens, I believe. I think
okay.
Queens.
Yeah. I'm stuck between the both of y'all. You know, I'm listening to Jerv talk about Grant. And I'm like, damn, my pick was Penny at first, but then hearing him talk about Grant, it's like, damn, yo, that is true. He was by himself doing all that dolo. But like I said with it's like Jay and Big for me. You know, you could go either or. You know, and I know me. Again, wanting to be a point guard, I can't hoop for nothing. But in my brain, I'm a point guard. So I think I just lean on Penny because, like you said, y'all, each one of them had the complete game. You know what I mean? I mean, the thing that Penny was like Magic Johnson on crack. And I mean Reagan era crack. Like this dude could shoot the three. He could shoot the mid-range. He could dunk on you. He literally could do everything. And I mean, the same way, Grant could do the same thing. So to me, if I had to pick one, I'm picking Penny. Same thing, either Brandon Roy, but I'm picking Jamal Mashburn. You know what I mean? Because to me, Jamal is so slept on. You at least hear people talk about Brandon Roy from time to time. You know, it's usually basketball heads. You're not going to find that name coming up, you know, a lot. But with Jamal Mashburn, nobody talks about him with the Hornets. You know what I mean? And his game used to remind me of another New Yorker, Bernard King. You know what I mean? Jamal's game was really similar to Bernard King's game to me. And again, just these injuries, man. But like everybody on here, D Rose, this dude was a monster. Like I used to love watching D Rose play. Like this dude was like a blur. You know what I mean? I remember him at Memphis, hooping like crazy. You know what I mean? So
they made the chip that year, right?
That
was the chip.
No. Memphis, Memphis lost to Kansas that year. I want to say it was in the chip game.
In the chip?
Yeah, Memphis.
I know Memphis made the chip one year.
And they lost to Kansas. That was when Mario Chalmers.
That was D Rose. That was D Rose. Yeah,
D Rose.
I lost a lot of money on that game.
Bruh, and
Mario Chalmers.
But D Rose was the free throw that game.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was the problem with that whole team that whole year was their free throws.
Yeah, and it was him. Who's the other light skinned cat with 3 names who played on that team? I can't think of his name right now.
He played for the Sixers. 25 is his number.
I can't think of his name right now.
I'm looking right at it.
2 free throws.
Yeah. It's a lot different. It's a lot different when them lights is on.
And then lights is on. Like my man Jeremy, my man Germs always says, "Yo, pause." But in them situations, niggas assholes get like this, bro. They just squeezed up. They don't know what to do with themselves. So
it's easy to get buckets in the gym when ain't nobody in the building, which is what you're seeing right now. A lot of these dudes that you be like, "Dang, ain't no dude can get buckets." They get buckets. But when you got that crowd, nah, bro.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah, no doubt. Jer, did you have a question, or you just chiming in with our joints?
I didn't have a necessarily a specific question, but I wanted to. I don't want to make it seem like I got mad love for Penny. I want to make that clear. Like when you said Penny off top, I was like, oh, it's Penny, right?
Right.
But I just think, and I'm biased. I'm a Duke dude. Like I don't even think it's a question. Like, you know what I mean? I really don't think it's a question. Like, because Penny came in the league and this is no disrespect. He was compared to Magic, which is a hell of a comparison. Like, I'm not trying to front.
Right.
But like, homie came in the league and it was Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? It was Jordan.
Yeah. I'm with you all the way because, like I said, with Jay and Biggie, I got some people who say, well, Kill It ain't even close because Big only had 2 albums. You know what I mean? Hov done held it down for the past 15, 20 years. So, I mean, I don't think
that's a tough subject for me too, bro.
Yeah, I don't think either one, like I said, at the end of the day, it's my favoritism. If we take favoritism out of it and me wishing I was a point guard, I would go with Penny. I mean, I would go with Grant. Like I said, my answer was Penny. Then you started talking. I was like, damn, I have to change the Grant right now. So, like you said, it's just about who you around and who's talking and who's dropping science for you to be like, damn, you're right. But I mean, at the end of the day, if we saying who would have had the best career, I mean, and I take favoritism out of it, then I probably would have to go with Grant because he probably would have been the closest thing to Jordan because he could do it all. And like you said, he was still putting in the work when the OGs from the early 90s were still there. You know what I mean? So, and then I always respect them because it's funny. I'm anti-Duke all the way, but Grant is the one person who I could always give love to because for me, he loved the game. To me, it's like similar to hip hop. Like you love the culture. He loved the game so much. He could have tapped out. Like, yo, I done signed these guaranteed contracts. Let me just, boo up with Tamia. Right. Let me just boo up with Tamia and I'm out. And this dude kept coming back. He just kept coming back. And I respect the fuck out of him for that. Like, you know what I mean? Now his bear game is on point now too a little bit. You know what I mean? So again, I can't even front on him for that. So I mean, again, favoritism aside, I gotta go with Grant, man. Favoritism aside, I think I enjoyed watching Penny's game more because to me it was more magic. It was more the no look passes. It was more the oh shit, no he didn't type thing. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, it's all preference. You know what I mean? Like I tell Cass with hip hop. As long as a certain number of people make your top 10, I don't care. If you got Kane, fifth, as long as Kane is in the conversation, as long as Nas is in the conversation, you know what I mean? So I feel you though.
You said you anti-Duke. Who might I ask your squad might be?
Bruh, don't even get me lying because I get more slack. Here's the thing, man. I started watching college ball in 97, the year of the lockout. You know what I mean?
Okay.
because I never really got into college ball like that. So that year, you know, I always wanted to be a point guard. I'm like, boom, I'm going with Arizona, point guard you, Bibby, Simons, Dickinson, whatever like that. Then the year that Duke was playing UConn, the year that y'all was the Duke Invitational. And I hated Duke so much. I said, God, if you let UConn beat them, I will be a UConn fan. When Trajan Langdon tripped over, I was rocking with UConn ever since. Then the wild part, here's the part. To answer, I'm sorry, to make a long story short, I like coaches. So you know how the NBA is like about players, how people be like, oh, I'm a Cleveland fan, and then LeBron leave, and then now they Miami fans. I'm like that with coaches. So I was a big Calhoun dude. So when Calhoun left, it kind of was like, damn, you know what I mean? So I've kind of just been in the mists, you know what I mean, ever since Calhoun left.
Well, I'm telling you, brother, you it's never too late to get saved. You are more than welcome to come down to Cameron Indoor Stadium. I mean, why not be a part of the? Why not? You like coaches?
I can't.
We got
I can't. I can't. I can't.
Right there.
Here's what I'll say. I used to. Now my hate for Duke has wavered because
it really has. It has.
It's wavered.
For years, I felt like y'all was the KKK of the NCAA.
It's wavered. It's wavered. But I will never, ever call myself a Duke fan. You gotta be bugging. Are you kidding me? Never in my life. What are you talking about?
Man, don't look now. Duke gonna have one, possibly a top 2-3 dude in the league, another top 5 or 6 dude, and Brandon Ingram. Don't look now. All that 90s talk when everybody used to be like, oh, Duke players, they don't do nothing. Yo, check them stats, cuz.
Because Coach K finally started paying the players. Let's keep it a buck.
Hey, brother, if Coach K was paying players, that he would be reprimanded like the other players who's
it would. Y'all,
he's an upstanding gentleman, brother. He represents USA basketball. You know what I'm saying? He just want to make sure these dudes get what they need to do to get to the league, fam.
I knew Zion chose Duke just to go. You know, you've been to Durham, right? You've been to Durham, North Carolina? You've been there. You think he chose to go there because of Coach K, or you don't think any money was exchanged hands right there? None whatsoever. Just
here's the thing that I learned, y'all. With those blue chip schools, y'all never get when UNC came out, and what was the boy who spilled everything, like taking African American studies classes and all that stuff?
Rashard McCants.
When McCants came out with all them accusations, and them dudes didn't get nothing. UConn, we missed the tournament just because we wasn't graduating enough players.
Could not be in the tournament.
Couldn't even be in the tournament. Yeah, we'll get them back. We couldn't even get in the tournament. Then I'm like, okay, they definitely doing something to UNC. They definitely taking down some banners. They definitely taking, you know what I mean? They gonna hit UNC in the head. These dudes is faking classes. That right there showed me, when you one of them blue chip schools, it don't matter. Coach K, you can have Coach K on video buying crack, getting high with the students. And wouldn't nothing happen. Niggas be like, well, I mean, Coach K.
I apologize. I guess I just wasn't up for the Duke slander that was having to happen. You know what I'm saying? I had to dip for a quick second. Let me tell you something. First and foremost, right? You're not about to see Coach K doing anything, right? Because everybody loves Coach K, right? Coach K ain't got time for that. He chasing ghosts. He chasing Wooden. He'll never catch him. But it's all about having one more than that weird school down the road who thinks the sky is their color or whatever the case may be. I hate UConn. Let me tell you, I hate UConn. I don't hate them more than North Carolina, naturally, but I hate UConn.
Why you hate UConn, man?
I hate Khalid Al-Amin.
Okay, I understand.
I hate Ricky. I hate Ricky Moore.
Ricky Moore was giving William Avery
the business. The whole game was giving him the business. Dude, you don't understand, bro. I don't know where shit.
Where's he at now?
Don't matter.
It's crazy to me.
He could be my next door neighbor for all I know, good brother.
But that's so wild though. Like this dude had one of the most memorable games, and we don't even We can't. It's like Scotty Thurman. Scotty Thurman. Where is Scotty Thurman? And excuse me, no disrespect. I ain't Googling anybody, so I'm not sure where everybody's situation is. So if anybody is, I apologize. You know what I mean? It ain't that deep, but like I can't stand them dudes. I can't stand Rip Hamilton. My disdain for Rip Hamilton went into the league. I don't like Okafor. Like all them little random UConn teams that had like they would be going up against 5 All-Americans. Like on some real stuff as a Duke fan, when I fill up my tournament every year, it's very hard for me not to pick Duke to win. Because right. I mean, like I know hoop, right? Like I follow hoop just like y'all do. I watch the game and I can be like, yo, young boys is nice. The tournament is all about having guard play and a big man. If you got a guard playing big man and an occasional miscellaneous cat that can hit a shot, you legitimately got a chance to be at least in that final 8.
Right.
That UConn squad would have the exact right amount. Not nothing more, not nothing less. They had everything. They had everything that you need. And then here comes my squad. Got Elton Brand, Trajan Langdon, Will Avery. I want to say who else was on it? Shane Battier. You got all these dudes. These are NBA players. These are stars. These are cats that's on magazines. And here come this blue collar squad in the gym. And you just like we been there. We all hoop, right? You play ball. You know what it is. You see cats walk on the court. You like, nah, light work. But then you see them other dudes come, and you just like, damn, not these dudes, yo. Like, ain't nobody trying ball hustle too much. He gonna hurt somebody. Dude always grabbing all the rebounds. One bull play karate defense, who just all in your mix. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't stand UConn, man. And
woo. Yo, the funny thing is, bro, occasionally, at least 5 to 6 times a year, I still watch that game.
Got to.
I literally watch the game like it's a brand new game. And T will be like, yo, you watching this game again? I'm like, you're goddamn right. I'm watching this game again, man.
Got to.
And the other game I watched, I want to say it was 2003. It was when we had to play Duke in the Final Four. And this with Ben. We had Ben
National Summer had
Ben Gordon. Ben Gordon. We had Ben Gordon and Okafor. I still watched that Final Four game. God.
We was down 8 with 3 minutes to go.
I fool with Ben Gordon now.
You like Ben Gordon?
I fool with Ben Gordon. Just that whole baby Bulls run was crazy. Yeah, I ain't like UConn Ben Gordon. Yeah. Nah, bro. When y'all was the problem. I thought we was winning that game. Yeah, I thought the game was over. There's no way.
Bro, listen, my man, I remember my man Pierre called me. He was like, and I didn't even answer the call because I was so hot. I was like, we're about to lose this game to Duke. I can't even take it. We were down 8, 3 minutes, TV timeout. I'm just sitting here like, and all of a sudden, Okafor, bucket. Okafor, I don't know what got into Okafor in that last 3 minutes, but he just took the game over.
Yo, the funny thing about that game, y'all, it was my born day. T had surprised me with a birthday party in Philly. I had to have my mom's tape the game on the tape. We ain't even have DVRs back then. You know what I mean? So I had to come home from my birthday party, not look at nothing, and watch that game, bro. I was like, yo, God, you cannot let this happen on my birthday, man. Like, not on my birthday. So to watch that game, bro, it was amazing. It was amazing. But let's move on because we could talk about Duke and UConn all night long. On the hip hop side of things, let me set it off with this. I got 2 questions. Jerv, you from Philly?
Yes, sir.
We all know about the Black Thought hoopla that's going on right now.
Okay.
Jaguar Wright saying that there's some ghost writing allegations against Thought. He didn't write his rhymes. Malik B would finish his rhymes. They was in the studio numerous times. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of people who ran with cats, who ran with the Roots. I've heard that rumor for years. You know what I mean? But I just never said anything about it because I just was like, I honestly looked at the people who would tell me about it as just being jealous. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you just mad because Thought ain't put you on clones. Or you just mad because Thought ain't put you on whatever. But I've heard these rumors for years. Neither here nor there. My first question is, do you believe what Jag is saying, that and I just did a show on my podcast, Apartment 5B, and I broke down ghostwriting on 4 levels. I said level 1 was easy ghostwriting, when somebody just writes all your rhymes for you all the time. And that's just it. Level 2 to me would be an example of Drake ghostwriting, when you have an example of him having a couple of songs written for him. But I truly believe that Drake writes rhymes. You know what I mean? I don't know what he was going through at that time, but level 2 is when somebody will write a rhyme for you and you may use it once in a while. Level 3 is what I like to call what would be the Black Thought, and like Stickman said about Nas, when we're having writing sessions and we're co-writing together. I don't understand co-writing. This may be, you're younger than me. I'm 46. I've been in the studio since 95. I've recorded MCs from all over the past 25 years. I have never, ever seen somebody co-write a song. I don't mean like you come up with a hook. I mean co-writing a song. So I have no idea what that shit is. And then I forgot what level 4 was. But all that to say, do you believe that Black Thought needs help finishing his rhymes? And then 2, do you think ghostwriting has any place in the culture of hip hop? Not the business of hip hop, but just the boom bap culture of hip hop. Jerv, what do you think?
Damn, it's like the steroid era with baseball, and I always said, yo, if it's 2 names that come out that got that say they on steroids or they taking steroids, I'm lost. Like I'm hurt, I'm heartbroken. Ken Griffey Jr. and Derek Jeter, right?
Right.
Thought I can't even, like I'm in the mix a little bit. I know whomever who know, whatever people to run over there, whatever. And again, you hear certain things, but I always thought Cass was hating, right? Like, or not hating, but talking they talk, right? Everybody always, one thing about Philly, there's always going to be somebody saying something negative about you. Somebody hating, somebody upset because you ain't put their cousin on, or your man said, or or my baby mom said that the barbershop boy, whatever.
Right.
I just don't want to believe it though, right? Like it's a couple MCs I just want to believe that they just do their thing, and so like I feel like cats take ghostwriting too. I love how you broke it down, but I think cats take ghostwriting. They hear the word ghostwriting and they lose their mind. And for me, I feel like if there's any help going on, rest in peace, to Malik B. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not. I feel like a lot of cats get coached. I feel like Thought might have been one of them dudes that maybe early on, because like right now, I don't care how much you allegedly have a ghostwriter. You're not going up the flex and kicking a 10-minute freestyle,
right?
Like and you freestyling. Like you're not.
Well, I mean that wasn't a freestyle. That wasn't.
It was a free write. There's a difference.
Okay,
we'll get into that later. But
all right.
Even with that,
I'm sorry, he didn't come up and kick a song.
And that's the thing for me as rappers, right? Like to spit a 10-minute verse, you wrote that.
Okay,
you wrote that because skill-wise, you have to know how to rhyme for 10 minutes. When you're writing a song, somebody writes a song for you, you're not going to go into I don't think you're capable. Maybe I'm just misguided here, but I don't think anybody's capable of having a song written for them and then going up to a radio station and spitting that verse over a random beat for however many minutes it is. I just can't see it that way. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, my favorite rappers have always been able to do that. Going to a radio station, like they throwing a beat on it, and all of a sudden they just spill it. You know what I mean? So for me, as far, and you and I have had many discussion about ghostwriting. Is there some truth to it? I believe there's probably some truth to Black Thought having some help in rhymes. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this is like you have to. We're only one person, right? And there's only 24 hours in the day. And as human beings, sometimes your mind is not there to complete shit. You know what I mean? It just isn't. So maybe you take bits and pieces from somebody. Maybe somebody has an idea for you. Somebody has a line for you to go off and that you can finish. Let's say you're 8 bars into a verse and you have nothing left. And then somebody gives you a bar. Sometimes that bar.
My fault, that was level 4. That's what level 4 was. Level 4 to me was, which I don't have a problem with, is no, you know what? It wasn't level 4. Fuck, I'm sorry. My brain is bad. But I was just saying that if somebody gives you a bar or somebody gives you a line, if I'm in the studio with you, yeah, and I say you should say this instead of saying that, or maybe say it like this, I don't think that's ghostwriting. I don't think there's no harm in that. I think that's what you're supposed to do. If I'm in the studio making you a beat, yeah, when you say, I gave this example. I said Biggie told Primo, yo, just loop up Impeach the President and use the R. Kelly, sample, your body's calling for Unbelievable. You know what I mean? I don't think Big should get co-production credit for that, because Preem had to go in and do what he had to do to make Unbelievable. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem if you tell me, Kill, I had to, Candace wrote the chorus for me, or my man Jerv helped me out with a couple of lines here and there. But the accusation that she had against Thought was, and my knock on Thought has always been, he don't rap about shit. He's a rapid fire MC. If it's not a girl, if it's not Silent Treatment, Hypnotic, You Got Me, Break You Off, if it ain't about a girl, he's just spitting. So what Jag was saying was, boom, we have to book this 8-hour session for the Best Man soundtrack. We got 8 hours. After 8 hours, Thought only got 8 bars. We need 3 verses. And she was like, we helped him come up with the rest. Now, for me, that makes sense because if my knock on Thought is you can't rap about shit and the movie calls you to rap about what's going on in the movie, I can understand why after 8 hours you could be sitting there like, fuck, you mean I just can't black the fuck out? You mean I can't just do a Funk Master Flex and just rhyme for, 178 bars? So I could get that. For me, what I took away from the Thought thing was that I just believe Thought may be, for instance, I write scripts. I'm trying to write scripts and it takes me a long time to write them. What I'm trying to do now during this whole COVID, working from home shit, I'm trying to put myself on time limits because I'm like, if my dream comes true in a BET or CBS or HBO says, yo, Kill, we want to hire you as a script writer, HBO ain't gonna sit around for 6 months to wait for a script. I'm gonna have to be on a limit. So I'm like, okay, Kill, start a script Sunday. I want it finished by the following Sunday. You got 7 days to, finish the script. I'm thinking maybe Thought is just that boy. He's not LL. LL say you want to hit, give me an hour and a pen and a pad. Thought maybe you want to hit, give me a week or 2 in a pen and a pad. So maybe with him under the gun, he's not that type of MC who may need help. Now, here's the thing that most people don't realize. The Roots haven't had an album out in 6 years. I don't even think they're on Def Jam anymore. So right now, Thought has all the fucking time in the world. So people were like, yo, Kill, you think he wrote the Flex thing? Yeah. It may have took him 3 months to write that shit. But I truly believe in my heart of hearts he wrote that. But if you're in the industry and you're under a time limit, maybe he's just not that boy. You know what I mean? Which to me is different than what I've ever heard any other type of, accusation against ghostwriting. So it may not be that Thought can't do it. He may not just be able to do it under a time schedule. You know what I mean? Which, I think, and I'm not trying to get a boy, a pass or anything like that. But I'm just, and then, what I was saying too is that I think we have to keep in mind there's a big difference between being an independent MC and being a signed MC. Because when you're signed, you are under limits. You are like, you got a label saying, let's go. We need this album out.
I got deadlines, and
right.
That's the thing.
Like when you're an indie MC, you can take the time. Yeah, you can say, yo, my album's dropping August 1st. If the shit ain't flipping, it ain't no harm to say, you know what, we're gonna put it out in November. You know what I mean?
And that's fine because I'm my own artist. But like you said, when Black is under the Roots umbrella, under the Def Jam umbrella, they have a contract where they're contractually obligated to put out music. You know what I mean? And the label says, yo, I have a deadline for this. We need this mixed and mastered by such a day. Then you're under the gun. You got to do it. You know what I mean? And that's why I was saying, like, and I know people hate Drake, but Drake always says this when he was accused of ghostwriting. He always said, like, music is a collaborative process. So like, it is what it is. And when you're under the gun of a record label who is pushing millions of dollars behind you, you got to find a way to get it done. So by no means am I condoning anybody writing an entire verse for Thought. But if it has happened over the course of his career, it would not shock me.
Now, here's the thing. Does that knock anybody down in your opinion? Does that not Thought down a notch? If it comes out that it's true. Because here's my thing, and I'm a big, Jared, one of my side hustles is marriage coaching. So I always tell people, we can look at it like this. If somebody accuses me of cheating on T, nigga, I'm going to respond immediately. I'm going to be like, nope, she lying. I don't know what the fuck she talking about. I don't even know who this hoe is. I can't wait 7 days and not say shit because all this shit behind me gonna be gone. So here's the thing. My thing is, Thought ain't respond yet, and I always tell people silence says a lot because I tell you this, like Marlo said on The Wire, my name is my name. If you got a shorty coming saying, "Yo, Kill ain't make none of these beats," and Kill ain't done that, and that all Thought got is his pen game. That's his name. You know what I mean? There ain't no way in hell I'm not responding to that. Yo, the roots have been quiet. And here's the thing: you can't shut Questlove up for shit.
He's always on Twitter.
He ain't post nothing on Twitter, IG. He ain't put out a new episode of his podcast. Them niggas is quiet. And my thing is, if she lying, why you ain't saying shit?
All right, so let me ask you this. Do you think that, and this is just plain devil's advocate here. Do you think possibly that maybe the Roots, Quest, everybody decided collectively, being that Malik had just passed, being that I'm not sure if Jaguar right as well, but she seems like she's okay. You know what I mean? Right. Do you think they might have decided just, make collective decisions not to even try to address it because it would probably add more fuel to the fire and they were grieving at the time? Could that be something that the reason as to why he didn't respond? And also, did he take the Jay-Z mantra of Jaguar's not worth me responding to for this? Because that's what Jay does. When anybody accuses Jay of doing slimy shit over the course of his career, he shysted me on, da-da-da-da. It comes out, Hot 87's talking about it, all the block. Jay doesn't address it till the record comes out. You know what I mean? So, you think it might have been some of that where he was entitled, Jaguar's not on the level that I am now, and I don't even need to respond to her.
Well, I'll say this. I don't think so, because two things. One, even Jag was in the Roots, damn near. You know what I mean? This is somebody who was part of your group. With Jay, you're absolutely right. Jay is like, yo, Cameron and them dissing me, fuck them niggas. But nobody's accusing your pen. You see what I'm saying? To me, that's what you got. That's you. Your name is your pen. True. You know what I mean? If somebody says, yo, y'all jerked me or y'all ain't a good boy or whatever like that, that's different than somebody attacking your livelihood. You know what I mean? So to me, I don't care if you just send up a random fucking Morse code text of yo, y'all know I write my rhymes and just leave it at that. Even if that is the response.
So even if he had tweeted get the fuck out of here and then moved on, you think okay.
I'm just saying you gotta say something. I'm sorry, Drew. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say what you just said triggered something for me. And my first reaction was what y'all said. I'm like, man, he might be on his hove, right? But then it's nah, what you saying, bro, make complete sense. But then I'm thinking, yo, he's a different dude now. He's not black on some real stuff. He's not Black Thought anymore. You know what I mean? He's on Jimmy Kimmel. It's a bigger. He can't just respond to certain things because, and I understand that's his name, but Marlo Stanfield, he was still stuck in the game. Thought not really in the game anymore. Every now and then he'll bless us. You know what I'm saying? He'll get with Ninth or something like that. He'll drop something just on some y'all. You know what I mean? There's a lot of young boys out here, but I want y'all to remember who Nice, right? Give me my respect. He do that, but he's not really, like you said, when the last Roots album? You know what I'm saying?
It's been that minute, really, but yeah, he about to drop a new album right now. He was supposed to drop it last week. So the thing is he's still, to me, the thing is this. I feel what you're saying that he on Jimmy Fallon, but again, here's the thing. She made allegations against Com, right? Com need to lawyer up about that shit. Because here's the thing about that. When she made that shit about Com, I'm on Twitter, I see Com trending. I'm like, oh shit, let me click on this. Com and Tiffany Haddish. See, that's Common's PR team trying to spin that shit. Because we've been known he would been with Tiffany Haddish. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Let me explain something to you. A chick accused me of trying to stick my dick in her mouth when she sleep. Oh, we addressing that, my nigga. We addressing that. Whether I'm getting with my PR team right now to say, let's get something done. But again, I'm from that era where you don't let people talk shit about you. I ain't saying Thought got to come out and make no hoop-de-doo about nothing. But I'm going to tell you this. We going to say something. Something is going to be said because the Malik B thing dying is with Spark Jag. Like when people were asking me, like, where did this come from? It literally, I'm chilling on Trey Lee's, me and Trey talking on IG Live. Be like, yo, kill dip for a second. Jag just hit me. She want to come on. Jag is quiet, crying. My brother Malik just died. And that's where all that shit started. I actually was right there with Trey when that shit started. And like I said, because people were like, yo, where is this coming from? I said, it's like when I was a kid. My mom would tell me clean my room. And I just throw all that shit in the closet. Then when it was time to go get that one pair of Jordans, and I get that one pair of Jordans, all that other shit come falling out. So the thing is this shit sparked because Jag was like, yo, nobody's saying nothing about Malik. There ain't no love. Nobody's saying shit. And she been getting at everybody. And I think all this other shit spilled out. That's why we finding out about her son got murdered and nobody in the root said shit or sent shit. So this is all that pain. So this is what black folk, this is what we do. We don't talk about shit. We just throw all that pain up in the closet. Malik died. And it was just like, here came the onslaught. That's why it's all coming out because it was all piled up in the closet. And when Malik died, it just all came pouring out. And like she said, the thing was, she said, yo, niggas was like, yo, she said one of her people's got at her like, yo, chill, you gonna get blackballed. She was like, nigga, y'all already blackballed me. Like, what else y'all gonna do? I ain't got nothing else to lose. So again, I just think like you can say, yo, Jag is bugging. You know what I mean? Or, you know, Jag is this, but I just feel like you gotta say something because again, silence says something else. Like nowhere else in life can you just be silent. Like let ESPN accuse one of y'all of stealing a microphone. Y'all just gonna be like, come on, y'all know my character, and not say shit. You gonna be like, yo, I ain't do that shit. Like, yo, you gonna joke, yo, anytime you ain't do nothing, anytime in life that I've gotten in trouble, I'm the first one to say I ain't do it. Anytime that I had to take a minute to think about some shit, 9 times out of 10 I did that shit because I gotta find the right way to spin that shit. You know what I mean? So
that's real.
So to me, that's just that. That's just that. Now, again, I don't think Thought needs a ghostwriter. Like, that's my asterisk on that. Like, there are some people who may be like, yo, I can't write around. I don't think that's Thought. I think Thought, like I said, everything that we've been hearing, I think is all him. I just think there may have been times when he needed help to get stuff out. And you know, you from Philly, Jerm, so I'm sure you know about Rich Nichols. Like, Rich Nichols was the coach of the Roots. You know, like he really, I remember reading liner notes in Roots albums when they was like, quest like, yo, nobody could get the best out of Thought like Rich. You know what I mean? Now, Jag is kind of like, yo, it was a little bit of Malik, it was a little bit of Thought, it was a little bit of everybody, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But if everybody is coming together to help you collaboratively, you know, collect whatever the word is, write your rhymes, then can you be a top 5 lyricist? Because your rhymes have been a group effort. If that's what it is, because it's a group effort. So I'm like, okay, so then Thought really isn't a top 5 lyricist. The Roots Collective is a top 5 lyricist because I say it like this. If you're a college professor and you find out Yao wrote 40% of a paper and somebody else wrote the other 60%, as a professor with morals, do you fail Yao or do you pass Yao?
That's real. No, that's real.
And I mean, it's literally as simple as that. Like, you know, if you say you pass them, cool. If you fail them, then like, because that's your name. Your name is on that paper in that university. At least back, I went to school from 92 to 96. And them days at Morgan State, your professors expected you to write the fucking paper. They didn't expect nobody to. I never forget, man. I wrote this paper. I stole it from my homegirl, Monica. She got an A on it 2 years ago. I turned in the same damn paper, got a C. I'm like, what the fuck? But I can't say shit because I plagiarized the whole damn paper. I guess the teacher ain't fuck with me like that because I'm like, wait a second, this shit was an A paper, but I couldn't say nothing. So that's the only problem. Like, I mean, if you need 8, if you need 16 and I give 8 and y'all give 8, and like I said, I've never been in the studio. I've been in the studio with a lot of duos, and say you and y'all a group, and you can't get your rhymes out. I've never seen the other person say, well, let me help you. I've never seen somebody say, well, let me coach you. My man Lid would just be like, yo, okay, I'm gonna take a walk. It's a Jamaican store at the end of my block in Philly. Yo, I'm gonna go down here, take a walk. He take a walk, maybe come back an hour. He's like, all right, I'm ready. I've never seen somebody say, you know what? Let me help you. Or here, just use this rhyme I wrote last night. I've been in sessions where it's been a group, and if the other nigga couldn't come up with it, he like, well, Dolo song. This my butter. This gonna be my fight butter song. You know, this gonna be my Q-tip sucker nigga song. Like, so I've just never seen a group say, "Let me help you." You know what I mean? So that's why I said this whole new we're co-writers. I don't know what that shit is. This ain't no script. This ain't no TV series. Like, these are your rhymes, you know. And if you couldn't come up with something, that's why you didn't make the cut.
You know what's kind of funny, and we all basically from the same era, you know, to a degree.
Right.
When you say ghostwriting to us, you know what I mean? I feel like I could literally speak for all three of us. You say ghostwriting us, it means one thing. Mm-hmm. Like this whole, and I respect the breakdown because it does mean different things nowadays. But like when you say ghostwriting, I instantly go into Puff, right? Like Dre, Eazy-E, and all them type dudes. Yeah, I don't even say dude name no more, dog. I don't even say dude name no more, man. Like, he comes on my pod sometimes, bro. Like, I can't even take it. I just skip that shit. Like, you know. But yeah, like with us, it's go. I just can't say. I'm not with the help either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not with the help. I don't get it. You know, I was trying to draw the comparison to comedy and trying to figure out why it's cool in comedy for you to have writers and still be considered a top tier comedian to a degree.
And the funny thing is I think that shit is whack. I had this was only recent where it came to my acknowledgement of like when people was like, oh no, Pryor didn't write some of that Paul Mooney. And I was like, yo, like brain explosion emoji. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like,
blew my mind.
Or Kevin Hart has writers. I'm like, yo, what do you like? So I'm with you on a comedy joint too.
Yeah, like so, and I mean, listen, Richard Pryor, hilarious,
right?
Hilarious, right? But it's like you just said, like I mean, I don't know the history of everybody, right? So like, let's just say Eddie. I've never heard of someone coming out saying, "Yo, I wrote Eddie's stuff" or whatever. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just never heard it.
Right.
I'm sure at some point in time, just like we didn't know about Paul Mooney.
Right,
for years, and then all of a sudden come out. I'm sure at some point in time, if it did happen, whatever. So, like, let me ask you this: if it comes out that Eddie didn't, it's all Eddie, right? We know Paul Mooney with Richard Pryor. I'm not putting Kevin Hart in that category, or whatever. But you know, whomever else, does that take Eddie from being like low bro to big homie for Richard Pryor? Because if I could tell you, because I mean, Eddie's equally as fun, not equally as funny, but Eddie, I mean, listen, if you tell me Eddie's the GOAT, I'm not arguing with you. Yeah, nobody's gonna argue with you, right? Just like you said, Big and Jay, Nas, whomever. You tell me one of them dudes, the greatest rapper of all time, it's cool. It just may not be my greatest rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But like, does that take Eddie from being low bro in most people's minds to big homie?
It would for me. Just because, again, I was totally shocked that comedians don't write their own shit. Because when I fucked with Kevin Hart during his improv days, you know, and like his first days where he's talking about his kids and his wife, and it made me think about my situation. So it's like I fuck with you not because you're just funny, but because with the shit you saying speaks to my situation. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just kind of fucked up if you ain't writing none of these jokes. You know what I mean? But again, I'm finding out that now comedy is that. Like, and it's weird for me because I'm like, back in the day, Eddie dropped Delirious in maybe 85 and then Raw in 88. Nigga, you had 3 years to live. You can't come up with an hour worth of material in 3 goddamn years. Like,
but the thing, and here's the thing, and it's the same with rap. Like, and this is the reason why I don't necessarily hate ghostwriters per se, because you still got to perform that shit. And you still got to make it believable. And I know in rap culture, it's always been a culture of we have to write our own rhymes. It's embedded in us from the and shout out to hip hop because it is hip hop's 47th birthday today actually. So and I know that's part of the culture. It's part of the rules of rap. But like I said, I don't necessarily have that much of a problem with it because you still have to deliver it and you still have to make me believe it that it's you. And it's certain, and maybe it's a stain on hip hop because hip hop is becoming a little bit of an acting game now. Like it's kind of more about like
a little bit. About,
to me, hip hop is damn near WWF right now.
It's been that way, no question, not at all. But like I said, like for me, like you said, Jeff, I take it with a grain of salt. Like if I find out that Jay, Big, Nas had ghostwriters like consistently, that shit will hurt my heart. But for a nigga that I didn't grow up on like Drake, who niggas know I respect and love Drake's music, no question about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Love it. But like it doesn't affect me as much because I didn't grow up with Drake.
Right.
Drake came out when I was literally the first time I ever heard Drake, I was 28 years old. So I'm far surpassed my
right, like your childhood,
my impressionable days. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like I know, you know what I mean? Like when you hear, if I was to hear that Biggie, and there have been rumors floating around that Biggie had a couple verses written for him here and there. But if I ever find out that Big had look at Jared's face. We'll get into
I never heard that, bro. I've never heard that. I don't even want to hear that because you're not
my man Vegas, and that's actually Kills man. He's the one who he got the story, bro. He got the stories. So like I said, if it was Big or Jay that I heard that wasn't writing rhymes consistently, like had ghostwriters all throughout their career, I would be devastated.
It's like when they say Styles used to write for Kiss.
But even that wouldn't shock me.
I never even heard that.
That was a rumor. I heard it, but it wouldn't shock me either because, dog, when I just feel like, when you're in the same space as somebody for a long time, and like sometimes, dog, your brain's not working. You know what I mean? Like that's a possibility. Like, write a couple lines for me. And sometimes it might even be that. Sometimes you just need a line to get you going.
But that's the thing. If it's just a line, I got you. I don't got no problem with that. But like I said, the era that I came up with, because you're 36, so we're 10 years apart. And 10 years in hip hop is like a fucking 100 years.
30, you know what I mean? I'm 38. 8 years too. 30.
Right. But the thing is like I said, even in that situation, it would just be like, I used to rap and I was whack. I tried my best. It just wasn't my game. You know what I mean? I never had nobody ever be like, let me help you, Kill. Like it just wasn't even a thought process of let me help you. It was just like, well, nigga, go keep. It's always like if you can't hoop, well, keep shooting jumpers, nigga. Like what I'm supposed to do? Like I can't play for you. Like so, I guess you just gotta keep writing.
But like Jared said, I know we're all from the same era, so to speak. But you're from like Kill is from like Kane.
I'm old.
He's from Kane. He's from Slick Rick. He's from Rakim. He's from Cool G. Like that's a different era. Like
that's right.
It's with everything in life. Everything in life, the rules get a little more lenient as time goes on. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if you look at the NBA, like 90s, hard fouls were considered regular fouls. Nowadays, in 2020, if you slash somebody against the arm, it might get called a flagrant. You know what I mean?
Don't let it be that star.
It's just I think it's just part of the evolution of hip hop and how it's grown. You know what I mean? Right. There's far more people involved in it. There's far more demands for music. There's far more
much money in it. You know what I mean?
So
money is a huge factor. But tell me this, you and Jerv. So, like you said, I like Drake. I got 2 best of Drake mixtapes I made, but I look at Drake as an entertainer. I don't look at him as an MC because he's like Sammy Davis Jr. to me. Like he's an entertainer. Like I expect one day if Vegas opens back up, Drake will start doing a residency in Vegas somewhere. You know what I mean? But I don't look at him as an MC. Kind of like with Kanye, when people used to be like, who's doper producer? Kanye or Just Blaze? And I'd be like, oh, Kanye, Down and Out, Cameron. That was always my big joker, that Cameron Down and Out. Then Ye came out and said, he ain't do Down and Out. You know what I mean? And that his young boy producer did it. That automatically for me took Ye's name out of any type of list I'm ever going to make because now I have to question, well, what beat did you make? Like, this is Down and Out. This is still early in your career. This ain't like fucking My Dark Twisted Fantasy Kanye where this is still young boy Kanye and you got other producers doing beats for you. So you automatically get wiped out of, any type of GOAT producer conversation because now I don't know what you made. So do you look at Drake as, do you still put Drake in the category as an MC? Would you be like, Drake, Jay, Big, Nas, they all in the same gang? Or would you be like, I'll fuck with Drake, but he just over in Studio B. Like these niggas in Studio A, he in Studio B.
It's tough because for me, and because I like you said, I know what. Let me not say I know. Probability is high that Drake writes a lot of his rhymes, his MC.
I agree. I agree.
Probably as high. But also, to that fact, the amount of music he's put out doesn't have an extensive amount of MCing on it either. You know what I mean? So there's that of it. So, and also the ghostwriting aspect of it. So do I consider him an MC? I would say yes.
Okay.
But he cannot, there cannot be any talk of him being a top 10 MC ever.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
He could be an MC, but you can't be considered top 10 if anybody, if it's on record that you've had entire verses written for you. You know what I mean? That's right. I can't, and y'all know how I feel about Drake. I tweet Drake lyrics all the time. Portia, shout out to Portia, who hates Drake. Me and her go back and forth all the time. So I fuck with him. But I still have like Omar said, right? Every man got to have a code.
Yeah.
Right. And I still have standards that I abide by and things that I still have criteria that I have to make you go, to make you the greatest, to make you number one, and to put you in the top 10. And if ghostwriting entire verses, songs, whatever the case may be, is in your resume, then you can't get
right. You can't get you're not invited.
Top 10 accolades. No, I won't allow that.
What about you, Jerv?
I say for me, I look at Drake. I look at Drake as an artist and not an MC. He has his MC moments. One of my favorite things when it comes to Drake is when he got an album coming out. I love what he puts out a day or two prior, or a week or two prior, because that's for us. Right. I mean, it's like a watered down drink to this point because it ain't 4 p.m. in Dallas or 5 p.m. and whatever, 5 a.m. whatever. You know, all them drinks. It ain't that, right? Like to me, that is like that's the dude I liked, right? Like I like the homie that came out with the mixtape. My ex was going to school in New Orleans at the time, and I went down to visit her. So she had that joint maybe a little bit before everybody else had it, at least on a mainstream level. And she was like, "Yo, you gotta listen to this dude." And I was like, "Man, I'm like, I ain't trying to listen to nothing that you telling me to listen to." Right. And then she threw it on. I was like, "Damn, young boy, nice." Right. So I think, like y'all said, like I think dude is talented. I think he's Fat Joe said on his show, he's the Michael Jackson of this era.
That's OD, but go ahead.
But no, just hear me out. He's saying he's the Michael Jackson of this era because everything he touches is a hit. And he's not saying he's the king of, he's not comparing him to Michael on that level. But like, yo, dog, if you got the bag and you can afford him, it does not make sense for you to go get the young boy that's the fad who might be you can get Quavo. Quavo had his little run where you put Quavo on the hook, it was money. Right. But one thing that's consistent over these last 8 years or almost 10 years, you put Homie on your song, it's going number one. Yeah. But I don't want to. He not in my. If you ask me top 5 dudes right now, I off top say Drake's in a whole nother lane. So you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to have the person in my comments saying, "Oh, but what about Drake?" Because I'm not trying to have that argument. Right. He's Beyonce, Rihanna, Justin Bieber. Like they got their cult following people, right? And if you say something to them, they attack you.
Oh, bro, trust me, I got stand names for all of them on Twitter. Y'all know my Twitter game. You know.
Kill block game is exquisite, bro. He will block you in a heartbeat. You got on the line talking some shit about rappers.
Some dude I was trying to fall back from last night. I'm like, bro, let's just call it a night. Nigga hit me with a gift, like whatever, block that nigga. This morning I wake up. Vegas is like DMs me like, yo, who the fuck is this boy? And I'm like, what? He showed me the tweet. Yeah, Veg, I agree with you. Yo, and tell Kill, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. So it's like, yeah, like the block game is quick because the difference, and like you said, yeah, you made a great point where things get lenient over time. You know what I mean? Like, and this is why people always thought, older people thought they had the card for certain people. Like, you know, Funkmaster Flex really thought when he dropped them Drake, reference tracks that was it for Drake. But nobody really gives a fuck no more. You know what I mean? For Gilly, when he dropped that picture, a Lil Wayne kissing Baby on the lips, Gilly really was like, yo, boom, that's your big joker. You over. Nobody gave a fuck. You know, Rick Ross, 50 was like, yo, I got this nigga. He used to be a CO. No, I wasn't a CO. Okay, fuck it. I lied. I was a CO. Don't miss it. Let me explain something to y'all. If there was a picture of Eric B kissing Rakim in 1988, Rakim's dead to everybody. I don't care what rhyme he wrote. I don't care my melody. I don't care. That nigga's career is dead. You know what I mean? Like, it's just over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like that Rick Ross shit, that's almost the equivalent of finding out that Jay never lived in Marcy. That nigga lived in fucking Peekskill, New York, and was going to school to be a fucking pharmacist. Like, that's literally the equivalent of that whole Rick Ross thing. And if that happened to Jay in 95, that nigga's whole career is done. Like, yo, all this shit, they sent National Guards to get me. Like, I think Jay embellishes a lot. I don't think the National Guards came to see Jay.
That's hip hop though, yo. Hip hop.
I don't mind the embellishment. Yeah, I don't mind that, but like you said, y'all, I just totally agree that the rules and it's just become more lenient. You know, like we don't have, like you said, we don't have hand checking in the NBA no more. Like,
I adore hand checking.
Derek Harper would get fouled out in the first 8 minutes of a game right now. Derek Harper would foul out before the first quarter, even the first TV timeout, based off anything. Yeah, what's your question for hip hop, man?
Hip hop question for both of you. All right, this is a tough question. There's a lot of songs you got to pick, but you only can pick one.
All right.
Biopic on your life, movie about your life, biopic. What hip hop song introduces the movie?
God, I gotta come look at these CDs over here.
So you could pick two. You could pick two songs. For me, I had so I'm not waiting for y'all. I had this is gonna sound crazy, but 3 6 Mafia, I Gotta Stay Fly.
Okay,
is one, and I would have Big's Unbelievable. Those are the two. One, you know what I mean?
Damn, yeah.
Biopic of your life, bro. It's the first song you hear when people hit play on that streaming service. The first song they hear.
Oh,
yeah, stuck. Both of y'all.
No, I'm good.
No, Jeff, you go.
So for me, in my lifetime, hold up. What's the? I mean, no, is it in my lifetime? What's the meaning?
Yeah.
The remix. No, that's the remix, John. That's the jazz remix.
That was on Streets is Watching. My bad.
I picked that because every single time I've ever made a move in life or going through something or whatever, somehow, some way that song come up on my, you know what I'm saying? Like when I moved to Connecticut, every single time I crossed over into Connecticut's border for probably like the first 5 times. I'm up there by myself. I don't even think I had met you yet, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like this is that early. You know, I'm sitting up like, damn, I'm in Connecticut. I don't even know what this is about to be. Like on my I just want to go back to the crib. I mean, I had hair back then. I just want to go back to the crib. I want to get a cut.
Haircut,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you know, I my sneakers connect there. All that was there. Every single time I would go into that crossover, that borderline, whether it was training, whatever, in my lifetime would always come on. And then Wiz Khalifa's off of Cushion Orange Juice. It's not up.
I'll pull it up right now. I'm about to pull up Cushion Orange Juice right now. Hold on. Give me a minute.
But it was another, again, it's just another song that I was going through something in my life at that point in time. And he hit me with the line. It was, yo, it was like, come on, man, it's over for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He hit you with the, yo, if you cold, I got a coat in the car in the trunk. He was just talking all that old school, you know what I'm saying? And I was refining myself. I was, you know what I'm saying? So Statement. I believe it's statement. Yeah, I believe it's Statement. In my lifetime, a Statement would probably be in my lifetime for sure. The remake, yeah, for sure, 100% would be the song. As soon as you push play, that you just hearing the beat just fade in.
All right, Kill, what you got, baby?
Yo, Jerv, you helping me out a lot tonight, man. Because I'm gonna follow your lead on the song. I got 2 joints. I got Funky by Ultramagnetic. You know what I mean? Old school joint. it uses it was the first time the Joe Cocker piano was used that was made famous by Pac and Dre's California Love. That dun 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 dun. That joint, that just is like I'm just thinking of that the Jordan documentary, like when I Ain't No Joke came on and all those old school joints came on, was that. And then Jerv, like you said, just a song that kind of like always spoke to me. Shout out to the homie Trey Lee. He got this song called Living on the Edge. You know, samples a nice Isley Brothers joint. And the chorus is the old Run DMC, because I walked on ice, but I never fell. Like that, y'all living on the edge. And it's a line he said in it. Because when I graduated from Morgan in 96, I dipped to Atlanta with my girl at the time to try to get on with the music. And he had this line in that song. He says, I refuse to go back to Philly until my shit's together. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the line that just kept me like, yo, Atlanta sucks down here. Like how you was with Connecticut. Like, I'm out in Atlanta, me and my girl beefing. Like, what the fuck? I'm all the way down south. I'm a Philly boy, and I'm down south in Atlanta. And just that line just kept me there. Like, I refuse to go back to Philly till my shit's together. You know what I mean? So, Good question, y'all, because you had me stumped, bro. I was over here just looking at CDs like, fuck, I don't even know where to begin with that joint. All right, no doubt. What's up with the kicks, y'all?
Kicks. Oh, man. Let's get it. Oh, boy. Okay, kicks. Most bread you ever spent on a pair of sneakers. Look at your face.
Damn. I be trying to myself.
There's some things my wife doesn't know. She's here with me right now.
I'm about to say, yeah, you making it hot, man. Like, damn, nigga.
Yeah, bro, my bad. Is that a snitch question? That's probably a snitch question. I can move on to something else if need be. You know what I'm saying?
So this dude said how much? Oh man.
So I'll tell you this. I spent $400 on a pair of Prada sneakers though. That was like in 05, 06. You know what I mean? But I had to get fly one time. You know what I mean? Didn't eat for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? But it was all good.
I'll say.
Yo, my wife just said, "Dummy."
I'll say this. The most I've spent is $350. I don't go over $350 because my daughter's about to be in college in 4 years and I need to start saving. So the only thing that I really have left that I want a pair of Concords. They're going for about $450 on StockX. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to sell a beat to cop that. Like Jordan ones, like the OG breads that are like maybe 600, or the black toe Jordans, something like that. But I usually try to stay nothing above 300. Anything above 300 is my limit. You know what I spent 300 on? I spent 300 on these. I spent 300 on the bread 11s on these joints.
Mm-hmm. That's a fair cop. That's a fair purchase.
Yeah, like I don't think that's like extraordinary or something like that. That's just, you know, because when these drop, people don't forget niggas was getting shot in Atlanta. They were shooting up the mall when these dropped. You know what I mean? Like these was something hard to cop back then. And the other thing that's funny about this sneaker, I hated this sneaker. Like I never was a fan of this sneaker until I got it, and like I wore it, and now like I would want to wear these every day. Like this is the one sneaker that went from I'm not in love with it, but it was like, yo, I want to. For me, all for the 46 crowd was like the 1s through the 13s. Those were like the Jordans. Anything after the 13s, my generation kind of faded off of. So I wanted to have a pair of every number up to the 13. So I was like, I got to get the 11s. But this is the first time I wasn't in love with a pair of sneakers. Brought them, and now I just like love these things like no tomorrow. So,
John Gervais Jr.
Yeah.
Yo, so, Kill, what you don't know is Kill. Well, Jerv is one. I know a lot of sneakerheads. I do. As far as personal, Jerv is up there like top 5.
Wow. Okay.
No bullshit. Look, just to give him some leeway, I'll say top 10. I'll say top 7, but he's up there.
Okay.
He's got a collection, and I've been with him at a Foot Locker, at 7:30 in the morning. All right.
Okay.
I have ridden with him to a Foot Locker at 7:30 in the morning, so you know it's real.
Bro, I miss those days. We'll have that conversation after sure. What you got?
I hate them days, but for me, I think the most I've ever paid was $450, $475. I was heavy in the LeBron and Kobe and who the hell was the third ball? Was it KD at that time? Yeah, KD. I was heavy into like their like all-star releases and shit like that. So I bought the all-star 10s, LeBrons. When I was at ESPN, I used to cover NBA for digital media. So I used to go to the all-star games. And my tradition that I did was whatever the all-star sneak was from the year before from LeBron, I rocked that all-star Sunday. Like that was my thing. I was the boy that did it, right? So I spent a grip on them LeBron 10s. They was fire to me. I've got a couple $300 pairs, 325s, 350s. It's funny you mentioned them 11s, bro. So the Concourse changed my life on the sneaker game as far as me being in the mix and realizing like, hold up, man, I might be doing too much. I don't know the last time you was in Philly, but you know 52nd Street.
Yeah.
Sneaker Villa and all that stuff that's out on 52nd. Okay. So I mean that's the first Sneaker Villa. Shout out to them. I used to always go there on things on Black Friday. I used to get sneaks for $1 because they was the first ones doing it when they was across the street, little mom and pop shop. But Concourse come out and I'm standing outside and I talk to my man who's the manager, but everybody, you know, it's the hood. So everybody know the boy that's the manager and everybody calling his name, man, Frank. Yo, Frank. I'm in the back, like, yo, you know, I don't like doing that because I feel like I'm a nut. Screaming, jumping up trying to scream somebody in. Right. But I'm in the back, I'm doing it because I really want these sneaks, right? Like I want these Jones, right? And I'm not trying to pay the nickel. Right. So he's standing outside and they letting everybody in. And you could do the math. I'm looking in the back. I wear size 13. They only get 2 13s in the store at best. Most times only one. I'm doing the math. Ain't no way in hell I'm getting those sneaks. I'm probably 50 people deep back this joint. Right. I hear if they got the cops outside, it's chaos, bro. Like it's chaos. This is the start of the chaos again.
Right.
And Bulls was coming out to the car. Bulls had them in they tucked. And I heard one of the homies across the street, not my peoples, but one of the people that do what they do, they gotta walk back to their car. Cops ain't gonna be at everybody's car. I looked, I said, you know what, fam? This ain't my night. It ain't worth it for me. I woke up the next morning, stood outside at 6 a.m. for probably like a 9 o'clock open or whatever the case may be. But so I got them Jones. Right. I was second boy in line that day. Young boy in front of me actually didn't get his sneaks. That was kind of crazy. I felt bad for the young boy. He needed my size. Well, he wore a 12. And they had sold the last 12 or something like that. You know, everybody do their little 1-2. Everybody got their people. Right. So I think he got on the man's homie was holding. He was so at that point in time they had asked me. They was like, "Yo, what size you wear though?" And I was like, "I'm 13." So young boy like, "Damn, I'm second person in line. Like, how am I gonna get no 12?" All right, man. Well, let me get another 13. Let me get the 13. Boy goes, all right. He comes out the back. Boy, hand me my joint. Yo, that's the last 13. Because when I tell you I look straight ahead, get out. Young boy, you got a lesson today, yo. All that shucking and jiving you was up there doing, bro. You got to, come on, bro. We on the clock here. You ain't had time to negotiate. Boy asked him, yo, 13. Y'all ain't got 14, cuz. Let me see if you got that back there. Because I can't unload. I don't hesitate. I know exactly what I want, right? Yeah. But so that night before it changed my whole perspective. The 11s is actually I got 2 Holy Grail with sneaks. Well, I'm sorry, I got 2 my sneak, right? Air Max 1 is the greatest sneaker that's ever invented to me. You ask Clark Kent, he'll tell you it's the Air Force 1. I'm an Air Max 1 dude. I'll take I don't care if it's a $30 pair from the outlet or
Bruh,
if it's a.
I got a few. I got a few.
Bruh,
One.
listen, dude. First, I don't need. I'm about to be 40. I got a child, right? My whole perspective on. Listen,
On
this
the game
time
is different.
Listen, dog. I would go cop a pair of sneaks, and then come back and you get a look. I like those. It's like, damn, I just dropped $250 on these Jones, though. I know that I like those. All right, shit. Now I gotta go back out. Now my $250 then went to $400 because them Jones is $150.
Yeah,
right. Then there's a little. Then there's a child involved before the baby come. The child like, I like those too. Damn. Now
you got family kids.
Now I know if I don't get her them Jones, it's gonna be a long night for me. And I damn sure I don't need that tonight. My boys is playing. I just want to sit in front of the TV, eat some buffalo chicken dip, and just watch the game, right?
Right.
And then you go out and get them Jones. And then now there's a pint size. And the pint size ones is costing $60. Let me tell you, bro. I don't have a crazy collection. People think I do. And I always say, I know people that got crazy collections. I'm at about 175, between 175 and 200. Right?
200 sneakers?
Yeah.
But Kill, that's not crazy. Kill.
That's not crazy. It's not crazy. Because if you go on, I got a homie, my old head from college, bruh has a Volt.
You talking about tissue on the table?
Yeah, a Volt. Volt.
He put his closet on the podcast I was on. I was like, this Kill. The closet is like down the hall, sneakers, walls, but stacks. Probably like 6 rolls.
That's crazy, baby.
Bruh, OD.
But
yo, now tell me this. Tell me this. Is your man, this is a normal boy? This is a regular 9-to-5 dude?
Regular 9-to-5 homie. He's been he was blessed to basically be wearing the same size he's been wearing since high school. He has, I think he wear like a 7 or 8, like he like a little foot, like one of them. So like back when I was paying $150, he gets the kid size because he could still freak that. And he was on, and being that his Jones would be half the price, he's copping 2.
Right.
So every time he's copping 2. Well, meanwhile, I'm copping 1.
Right.
Do the math. Right. That adds up or whatever case. I mean, he's to the point now where he doesn't even grab sneaks no more. He either got it all or it's just like, yo, like where I'm putting it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm putting these Jones at.
Yeah, it's funny. The reason why I asked that is because I don't know if y'all remember when Bobbito used to have his show on ESPN. You know what I mean? And the thing that would always get me is I'm like, yo, I don't want to see fucking Chris Paul's collection. That nigga plays for Jordan. You know what I mean? I want to see the average dude.
Collection though, bro.
I mean, I'm not mad at that, but I'm like, highlight the everyday blue collar sneakerhead too. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I know you gotta get your Fat Joes, and I know people want to see the names, but let the average blue collar. I go to work every day, and I just love the culture. You know what I mean? Because to me, that shows so much more sacrifice than Melo, who plays for Brand Jordan. Like, yeah, he's gonna have some crazy shit, but nigga, you don't have no stories. You don't have the story you just told. You don't have no stories. You called up Mike or you called up the rep and said, send me, and you got him. My nigga, like, I want to hear the stories. I want to hear the, yo, niggas almost robbed me, or like you said, I ain't even get them, or ain't no athlete gonna have that story because it's gonna be like, nigga, I made a phone call and they sent them to me. You know what I mean? So
blizzards. I listen. I didn't drove in blizzards. I didn't travel out of state. I've gotten scammed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, those are the stories that I want to hear. You know what I mean? It's all love to see Fat Joe. It's all love to see CP3 and Clark Kent. But I was just like, y'all would love if every ep you just highlighted the average boy who just loves sneakers and the sacrifice they got to do to get the kicks. You know what I mean?
So it's crazy. They would do that. They would do that, bro. But the reason they not gonna do that is because people don't care about us. They don't.
But like I said, we can still do CP3 and Fat Joe. I mean, I know you need the headliners, but you know, even if you just do a quick 2-minute, like, yo, this the boy Jared from Philly. We just gonna go check out his closet, woo woo woo, because we're the people who keep this moving. You know what I mean? Like, I know Ray Allen got a crazy collection. I know PJ Tucker got a crazy collection. I know all these NBA players got a crazy collection. But I want to hear about the everyday, just hard-working boy who loves, you know, the sneakers. You know what I mean? So, but I definitely feel you on that. Yeah. So what would you say? Yours was the product, right? The 400.
400 products. I did. So I mean,
yo, if you want, we could just stop. We could just stop because I know
no. We're gonna. Actually, she actually helped me out with the story. So, you know, the bread fours are my grails.
Right.
Grails.
Mm-hmm.
Bread fours are my grails. I feel like a superstar every time I put them on my feet. Like nobody can stop me when I wear those sneakers at all. At all. Don't care. I don't care what's going on. They came out. Was it last year? I want to say last April, last May.
I think it was. Yeah, that was last year.
Was the year before. I have been killed. I have been waiting for an opportunity to buy this sneaker for at least 7 years. When it came out, I was the first time it came out, I wanted them. I was living in Bristol and I was broke. Next time they came out, I was laid off and I was broke. Finally, the opportunity comes. Nike app got them, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm ready, locked in. Me and my homie in the car. We was driving to Philly. I got his phone and my phone. We on the app. We on the sneakers app waiting. Like he driving. He's like, yo, what's up? We ready? We ready? Boom, ready, bruh. When that message came across and said, sorry, you didn't get him, bruh, I almost cried. I swear to God, I almost cried.
I could believe it.
My homie was like, yo, StockX? I was like, yeah, gotta do it. So I ended up paying like $275, $280 for those. They were $200 out the store, but it is. And you know, I also added
that ain't even a hard hit though. You know what I mean? Like,
it ended up being $300 total with everything that came with it. You know, as far as like shipping and all that. But it was just like, you know, it's OD, but it is what it is. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Spend a little extra.
Now tell me this. Let me tell you this. Let me ask. My question was, what is it that you hate about the sneaker game right now? What is it? What is it that you hate about this game right now?
I got to stretch for this one.
Yeah, stretch on that.
So what I hate about the sneak game is a lot of stuff. I grew up in the era where like I ain't go to Foot Locker. I'm not going to Foot Locker to cop no sneaks. I'm going to the Sam's, or I'm going to such and such. You know what I'm saying? That's the era I grew up in, right? Because Sam's had a homie that, or right when Sneaker Villa hit the scene, and it wasn't the Ville, it was still Sneaker Villa. Right. You know what I'm saying? You walk in, people know you, right? That was the era where, you know, my man would call me 2-3 days prior. I remember I turned down the Cool Grey 11s. It's one of my biggest fails in life as a sneakerhead.
You turned them down?
Well, I'm telling you, I had just went through. I had just broken up with a shorty. She had me on some not rocking my sneaks type flow. Right, I was on my Common, my Dre 3000. Right, like I was rocking shoulder pads and shit. Right. Don't get me wrong, I love Chuck Taylors, but I was rocking Chucks heavy as if I ain't have whatever in my closet. So I snap out of it, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm grabbing sneaks. So I grabbed everything. I'm talking about, bro, if it came out, I had it. I didn't care. I had it. If it was a hype, I had it. My homie called me. He was like, yo, I got them. You want them 13s, right? Cool Grey 11s? Nah, I'm good. I had just had a conversation with my old head 2 days prior and said, yo, I'm falling back from sneaks. Falling back. I'm not copping nothing for you all.
On the Cool Grey?
I'm not copping anything. But I wasn't even realizing they were coming out because I didn't have to realize anything was coming out. My man would just call me. I didn't have to pay attention to shit. He called me. So I told him, I was like, man, I'm chilling with sneaks, bro. I had just probably spent $500 on some sneaks, on a couple pair of sneaks. And I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You need to do this. You got to get this together. Homie said, yo, I got the Cool Grey 11 size 13s. When you think you can get up here? I'm cool, bro. No lie. Homie goes, you sure? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm cool. I literally hit him with, I was like, yo, I'm falling back, yo. Like I think I might chill for a little bit. Oh yeah, and I hear you, bro. But yo, Cool Grey 11s, size 13. Like I got you. Just come get them. No, I'm cool, bro. Hang the phone. All right, hang the phone up. Maybe 12 minutes go past. I'm talking to myself like, damn, what did I just do? What did I do? Yeah, you gotta call him back though. Nah, but you know they going. Yo, call him back, yo. You fam, bro. You know them Jones going. Sneakers never come back. It's never come back out, right? So I said all that to say what I hate now is that it's so corporate.
Yeah,
I miss the interaction. I mean, pre-COVID, I miss the interaction. It's so corporate. It's not fun anymore. Like I'll grab a pair of sneaks, fam. If I can afford 2 pair, I'm gonna grab 2 pair. I'm gonna tuck one, wrap it. For those who don't know, wrap it in a white hotel towel. I'm snitching on myself, whatever. I'm notorious for going to a hotel if it's local. I ain't got a cop on a flight, bro. I come with an extra bag. I'm getting them for hotel towels.
You gotta swipe the towels when you go to a hotel, bro. You gotta check. Yo, can they be killing me for that shit? But I'll be like, bro, they keep towels, bro.
First of all, they go with everything you do in life, right?
Anything.
Especially when you can't mess up the good towels.
Yeah,
but they also perfect for your sneaks. They keep your sneaks from yellowing. They keep your sneaks.
I ain't know that.
Here you go. I watched shout out to my man George Kill. Used to be with Nice Kicks. He had a big homie on. I believe he was just a regular cat that had a crazy collection, just like you're talking about. He had him in his closet and his tuck and everything. And Kill was just like, "Yo, why you got everything wrapped in the white towels?" He said, "Oh, y'all don't peep." He was like, "They gonna yellow anyway," but he said it protects the, keeps them. It protects like the moisture and all that, John. Razzle dazzleness or whatever. He was like, it might give you an extra couple years. It ain't gonna stop it. It'll give you a couple extra years. So, I said that to say, like, I do that. So I grab a pair, but like I'm from the era where you did one or two things. You either put them Jones on as soon as you left the store and everybody knew what it was, or you tucked them, let everybody dick theirs, and then you bring them out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I hate the fact that it's corporate. I hate the fact I don't even hate on these young boys. Because listen, youngin, get your money. Who am I to tell you not to get your bet? If you can cop a pair of sneakers for $100 and then some boy on the internet gonna give you $2,500 for them, I ain't hating on you.
Yeah.
But when that trickles into I can't even just get my pair.
That's the thing, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I can't even get my pair. And they already $200, $250. Now you want me to pay $300 for a regular pair. I love Air Max. I love Air Max ones, the OGs, the Red Jones. It's the greatest. That is the greatest sneaker to me. That and the Space Jam 11s, right? They're the 2 greatest sneakers to me of all time. I will grab a pair of Air Max ones, the OG Jones, every single year. At one point, I think I put it on my gram at one point in time. I had about 4 or 5 pair. And it like my stepdaughter would be like, "Why you got the same pair of sneakers?" I just be like, "Yo, just pick which one I'm gonna wear today." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was my thing. I love that sneaker. You can wear it with khakis, you can wear it with your ball shorts, you can wear it with your swim trunks, you can wear it to the beach, you can wear it if you're picking somebody up and it's like paid in full type. Like it's everything. It's everything. It's the greatest sneaker of all time to me. I love that sneaker. They come out with that sneaker every couple years. I grab it every single time. I don't care that I got a tuck pair. I need it. So I like when you trickle down into my lane. I left the Jordans alone. I left all the hype beast sneakers alone. I'm letting y'all have that, but now y'all just messing up the common man sneaker.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where my fun at?
And that's what it is for me. Like the whole thing is like, yo, bruh, these sneakers that y'all are so hyped for, I have been on literally since I was in elementary school. And I always told myself, when I get the bread, I'm gonna get every sneaker that I want. Now, it just so happens what I did not realize is that all the sneakers that were coming out when I was younger were gonna come back out later on in life, right? So now it's like, yo, okay, I got opportunity to cop these joints, but like I said, you got to go. A lot of these shits, you got to go through hell and high water to get your sneaker. Like, I don't understand why Jordan 4s come out and I can't get them on the site. Like, honestly, since that day, I've only won once on the sneaker app, on the Nike sneaker app. I've won once. Jordan Cement 3s, only time. I have lost.
I ever met.
Bruh, I have lost every single time I've tried to cop a sneaker on the sneakers app. I've lost every time this year on the ones, the green ones that came out, the royal blue ones that came out, lost. Lost on the 13s. Lost on the dunks that came out. It's just like, yo, dog, why can't I get a sneaker that I like? It's because the bots are out here. As soon as they come, as soon as the sneakers released on one of these websites, one of these platforms, the bots come in and swipe all the sneakers. Then they're reselling them for outrageous prices, and it really is a no-win situation. So honestly, like that's another reason why I even switched to Air Max, because it was like they're just easier to get to. You can access them in the store. I can go into an outlet mall. I can go into Foot Locker. I can go into one of these places and see a 5-player Air Max is on sale for $65, $75, and I'm like, okay, cool. But like any of the joints that I wanted, like early pennies, foams, Jordans, you know what I mean? All them shits. This is null and void. Like I have to really lock in. I know one girl that she'll sit at work. She works on Saturday. She'll sit at work and have 5 devices open, 2 phones, an iPad, a tablet, and her computer for one sneaker. One. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
and she might not even get them.
And she might not even get them. I will say this though. She wins a lot. Somehow, some way, she wins a lot. I don't know how, but she does. She just won the silver ones that came out this past week. She won them shits.
The Dior Jones?
Not the Dior Jones. No, not the Dior Jones. Dior Jones is way fast. No,
that's a bag.
No, that's a bag. I told Candace yesterday, if I get the Dior shit, them shits. Listen, I'm selling them for the highest bidder. Highest. People are paying $40,000 for those sneakers, bro.
Are you serious,
bro?
It's like, I was just looking up. I was having this conversation with my homie yesterday, and it was like, yo, when your time come and you in your moment, right? And like, I'm not saying money ain't is unlimited to you, but you experience,
but you can afford it.
I can afford whatever I want. There's one pair, and I don't say dude name, but there's one pair of sneaks on the face of this earth that if y'all ever see me in these sneaks, you understand. Oh, that dude Jervin got to it. If you see me in them red Octobers,
this is fire.
I looked them up yesterday, dude. I think my size is running 15,000 for my size. 15K for a sneaker that probably cost you $250, $350 when it came out. Right. You get 15 racks for it? Come on.
StockX got them up there for 10. Kicks True got it for 17. Goat got him for 20. This is stupid. Come on, man.
Oh, come on, dude. And I can't even. Even if I signed a Patrick Mahomes deal, I still can't fathom myself spending 20 on a pair of sneaks. I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like you said, I got kids.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's the wild part. And for me, it's basically everything y'all are saying. But like you kind of said, to me, the fun ain't there no more. You know what I mean? Like I used to enjoy knowing I got to wake up at 3 a.m. to get the Foot Locker, to be sitting outside, you know, the excitement of, am I going to get them? Am I not going to get them? Like that feeling it was almost like Christmas to a grown man. You know what I mean? How you feel like you can't sleep at night. Even if I didn't get them, it was like, yo, I know I'm going to be chopping it up with sneakerheads. 9 times out of 10, we going to chop it up about hip hop. We going to woo. And then I guess it was around, Naomi was born in 2005. I guess around 2004 is when things started popping off on the internet. You know what I mean? Okay. Real hard. And it was like, okay, it would be like, oh, I could just cop these on Eastbay. And then part of me was like, but that ain't no fun. Like it ain't no fun and just hitting, add the shopping cart. Like the excitement that came. I was saying this, my man used to dig for Kanye during the second album. And I was like, yo, why would you want somebody to dig for you? Like that's the fun of making beats for me. It's going to the record store. It's picking up some, random record and just wondering like, yo, what could be on this record with these 4 white boys on the cover? You know what I mean? Like, and for people who watching, this is Jay-Z's PSA. So you could look at a cover like this and not know that something crazy like that is on it. But it's almost like, that was the fun of it, and then the part that really killed me when I wanted these joints, I wanted the shattered backboard joints, these joints that dropped. You know what I mean? Like And I remember going to downtown locker room, being like, "Oh, all right, what time do y'all open tomorrow?" And they was like, "What you talking about? We open at 10 o'clock regular time. The mall open." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I thought people got coming early. It was like, "Did you sign up for the raffle?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't signed for no raffle. Fuck is a raffle?" Yeah, because let me explain this. I brought all of my sneakers for the most part before my daughter was born, because I understood once she comes, it's going to be all about making sure she flies. So I made sure I had my stash ahead of time. So I had been out the sneaker game for a while. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm walking in the mall ignorant, like I'm trapped in I'm trapped in 2003. Like, yo, we still showing up at the mall. And they was like, "Yo, did you fill out the raffle?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't found no raffle." Like, "Oh, I ain't know there was a raffle to win them." He was like, "Nah, the raffle ain't to win them. It's just to get a ticket." I'm like, "Wait a fucking second. I got to join the raffle just to get a ticket, just to see if I could try to get them." Like, yo, I don't even understand what you're talking about right now, man. Like that, to me, that was the fun. Like, you get there early. So the whole StockX thing and the whole sneakers app, it's like, bro, I've taken, like Yao said, I only know, well, now since Yao said he got a pair, I've only known prior to Yao one person who has actually gotten what they wanted on a sneakers app. Like, it's literally out of the hundreds of people that I know, it's like nobody gets them. You know, I forgot what else came out. It was the ones I got them. It's the red, white, and blue patent leather joints. Yo, Foot Locker was down, downtown locker room was down. It's like, yo, just it ain't no fun no more. You know what I mean? So to me, that's the thing that is taking the fun out of the sneaker game. Of course, I still love rocking them, but the whole fun of, can I get them? The whole fun of, let me get there early in the morning. The whole fun of chopping it up with other people is just gone. And the sad part is it's never coming back. You know, like that's the sad part. It's not even like, you know how some shit goes in cycles. Like, nah, that shit is never coming back. You know what I mean? What you gonna say, yeah?
Yeah, that's the main reason why I really just like copping exclusive sneakers that are like a little cheap that nobody knows. And the main reason why we all love sneakers is when you're walking down the street and somebody's like, "Yo, those shit is fire." That's the reason why we all. That's the reason why we all love them. You know what I mean? That's the confidence we get. So like, if I'm in like DSW, because you can come up in DSW, you can come up in. I came up, bruh. I went to Marshalls 2 years ago. Had a pair of Kobe sitting there, and I said, "Y'all gotta be shitting me." What? Yeah. I said, Kobe's in Marshalls? The price? $75. I said, yo, I had to call my cousin. I said, yo, dog, bruh, I've never been to Marshalls and seen a high, like I'm gonna call it high end, but I've never seen like a LeBron or like
something dope
or Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying, I said they have dope sneakers in there, but it's never nothing, no like player editions, something like that. I'm like, these is fire. $75. I said, he said, yo, you have to cop them. I'm like, this is a no-brainer. You know what I mean? So like, I like, you know, find them out, and it's probably credit for my wife too, because she's implemented this level of like trying to find like discounts and trying to find the best deal wherever you go. You know what I mean? So I'm always looking for like the best deal or whatever the case may be. So I mean, Marshalls, DSW, TJ Maxx, I try to get my exclusive joints from little spots in the cut. You know what I mean? Little sneaker boutiques that are like, matter of fact, there's a place in Kensington, in outside Philly.
Kensington?
Kensington.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Asian lady. She got I mean, the sneakers in there are like ridiculous. Like, a whole, but she'll be like, yeah, she wasn't
talking about that joint. That's one of the last. That's one of the last gems in the city where you can walk in there and you can see old school stuff on the shelf for regular price. They might only have one or two sizes, regular price, and then don't nobody be in that joint. Don't nobody be in that joint.
And I'm talking about wall, like all the sneakers got plastic on them, and it's like there's just so many. You can't even carry. You're like, yo, how do you have these? You know what I'm saying? So many.
I missed that right there, yo. It was. I don't know why it mattered to me, but you just said it. It's something about walking into a store and seeing every pair of sneaks wrapped up in plastic.
Plastic, bro. That shit is like, I don't know what it is. Like that shit
like it just make you feel home. Like I'm not in corporate America, bro.
Yeah, man.
Now you're 100% right, and that's the thing. You go on Foot Locker now, and I look at the walls, and it ain't nothing. If it's not a throwback Jordan that they probably don't have because they done sold out of in the first 8 minutes. If you wasn't in the raffle, like you said, for me being uptown on Ogon Ave, you know, we used to have Sneaky Pete's up there. Like you said, prior to I started working at Foot Locker in '89 when I was in 10th grade. Prior to that, we brought everything off the Ave. You know what I mean? Like you didn't buy sneakers from the mall. You know what I mean? So like you said, that's something I miss too, man. So that's crazy. But yo, yeah, dope show, good brother.
Absolutely. Listen, we're gonna keep rolling with this. I'm really enjoying this dialogue.
And you know what we got to add to the mix too is Low.
Oh yeah,
I forgot your fellow Lowhead too.
And Jerv is a Lowhead too. Jerv is a Lowhead.
Oh man, you know what? Fuck it. We've been going for an hour 44. Let's throw another 15 on this. Yo, what's your fave low piece that you don't have? Let's just go there. What's your fave low piece that you don't have?
Not even close. Snow Beach. Not even close.
The Snow Beach.
It's not even close. Whenever I see Ray in that shit from the what video was that?
Can it be so simple?
Could it be so simple? I'm like, that shit is just stupid. And I saw my man Adam got a pair of Air Maxes that match. I mean, he had the whole shit. His Air Maxes matched that Snow Beach outfit so crazy. I'm like, damn. The Snow Beach is my most coveted. If I see it and I have it in my size, I'm gonna have to break the bank for it. You know what I mean?
Damn.
All right, what you got, Jer?
I don't have a one thing. I think for me, it's the whole the bear line. It was something about because being in Philly, everything was Polo and Guess for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Years and years and years. It was nothing to be out and about and see somebody with damn near the same low shirt you had on, and then the next thing you doing is you looking at their horses, see if y'all horses different colors, so you can at least be like, no, we ain't got the same shirt, we got different horses, right? It was something about the bear being on the shirt that just gave me an extra chance to be be
And so girls like the teddy bear.
Oh my God, bro. On the shirt, right? Let me tell you something, dude. The bear. And shout out to them for bringing Polo Sport back too.
That was necessary. It really was.
That was a huge. I was a humongous low sport dude when I was a young boy, and I'm talking about the cologne. I mean, I think everybody had the cologne. Honestly, like that. Yeah. That was like that was damn near like your that was damn near like that was your tester. Yeah. Like, right, young boy, take this cologne. Let's make sure you put your cologne on properly. You know what I'm saying? Then you can graduate to some real cologne. You know what I'm saying? But it was something about Polo Sport, man. I love Polo Sport. I love everything that they do with Polo Sport. It's just, and I love the fact that Polo Sport right now is so unique and it's hard to get your hands on. But if we're doing just classic, not this new stuff, for me it's the whole teddy bear line. Classic, just classic low, but you know what I mean. My shirt a little different, my man. I got the you know what I'm saying, I got the bear on mine. I don't have the navy blue horse.
Right. For me, it's this joint right here I had to pull up. Yo, Grand Poobah was on Yo MTV Raps with Mary J. Blige doing What's the 411, and he had this Alpine joint.
That shit is fire, bro.
This I've never seen. Like probably last year I was in the Low store over in Georgetown. They had the short sleeve joint, but it's not this. It says Alpine, but it's not. I've never seen this like throughout years of digging. But that shirt right there, yo, when I saw Poobah with that on, I was like, yo, that's it right there. Like that's the one thing I want. And it's funny because I'm a piece of everybody. Yeah, the Snow Beach is already just you know what I mean? And then I'm with you, Jer. Like my favorite, because I feel like with Low, and I don't know if cats have ever seen this book. If cats mess with Low, you definitely want to get the Low Life book. You know what I mean? This joint is crazy.
The documentary is crazy.
The documentary is crazy. Word. Shout out to my people, the Booze Brothers, Cleb One and him Low. They was in the documentary. But I mean, this book just has. I mean, this book just has everything in it. I mean, anything that you could want to see from Low from all the years, they just got everything. But yeah, my favorite joint was the teddy bear. Like, you know, I know I had some people's, it's the stadium line. For some people, it's the cookies. For me, it was always the teddy bear. So it's like, if it's a teddy bear, I'm copping it. What Sky Zoo say on that Conway joint? What he said, no, you won't, you'll never catch me in less than a low fit. God, I can't remember the line, but it was something about a polo bear. You know what I mean? A polo bear knit. So, but yeah, that's my thing right there. But definitely, if you haven't seen the documentary, yeah, you talking about the one Complex did, right?
Complex did. There's another one that's lurking around on YouTube too that somebody told me about too. That I need to watch on a low level.
Bro, I got one. Give me y'all drop boxes. I'll throw it in there. It was a Haitian joint on low. And
I saw that one. Two Haitians.
Okay, saw that.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, that joint was crazy too. So, yo, Jerb, let them know where can they get at you. Where you at on Twitter, social media, all that good stuff. Good brother.
Appreciate you. So Twitter, Instagram is real simple. First and last name John, John Gervais, Jervay. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't follow me if you don't want to see my daughter. Just don't follow me if you want to see my daughter.
I mean, hey,
but if you want
Haven is heavy on that page, bro.
Yo, bro, here's the crazy thing.
Yeah, bro. Like
this is why that's why cats should follow you. You know what I mean? Because more people need to see that. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. You know what I mean? We need more of that.
Yeah.
No question.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm a girl dad to the fullest. I rock that thing with pride. And I ain't never, it's part of me just keep that, it's a little bit of me just trying to stay fresh with and still real rap mourn over, the homie passing early in the year, man. Homie just watching his interaction with his daughters and stuff, that's such an inspiration. And it made me just realize, like, I got a job to do. I'm here for a purpose, and everything I used to do is not, it's not that anymore. But Instagram and Twitter, John Gervais, I got it, bro. I got the jokes. I got my daughter heavy, and then you can catch me on Bomb Podcast. Please check us out, BOMM. We got a whole cast of shows. Count the Dings Network. If you want to hear, a couple black people talk, and kind of say the things that y'all want to say, but y'all don't want to say it because for whatever reason we got y'all. We gonna say it for y'all. And we try our best to give our perspective on everything, man. You can catch us every Tuesday, on all your Spotify's, Apple Music, and everything. BOMM, and I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for having me. This was super duper dope. I had no idea what to expect, and that's how I like it, man. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
Right.
We was just rapping, and I felt like we could have went for another 2 or 3 hours, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all doing something. Y'all doing something real cool right here. And I wish y'all nothing but success and everything with this, man. Because I think y'all got something.
No doubt, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll give him everything, good brother.
Yo, man. Yao G's Music. You can hit me on Twitter. I'm Yao G's Music on Twitter. I think it's Yao G's Music on Instagram as well. What did I got? Yao G's on Snapchat. I'm not heavy on Snapchat, but I'm there if it need be. Facebook and all that as well. You're all welcome. The album is still out, still rocking. Just celebrate our 1 year anniversary album a couple days ago. Appreciate all the love from everybody that checked in, played the record, played the video, shared the record. Got my streams up yesterday. I was looking at yesterday. A few people were streaming that shit, so that's a good look for me. I got a new album coming out. Hopefully, looking at late September. I'll probably be dropping a single and a video sometime next 2 weeks. I just reached out to Sky Zoo. Sky Zoo's gonna be on the album.
Wow. Okay.
So, looking forward to that. He's gonna send me his verse in a couple weeks, and then hopefully we'll be ready to rock with the whole project. Calling it Back to the Basement. It'll be late September.
Can I kick my 4, y'all?
Oh, you got 4 bars for me?
Send me a beat, bro. Yeah,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I'll get it back to you in an hour or so. I might even get you to talk a little talk on the record, man. You never know.
Heard you, bro. Heard you.
That's what it is.
We here. Just holler at me. We're rolling. This podcast is a great platform. We got Kill, my man Kill. We doing this off the top. Also, Apartment 5B. That's another thing that kind of like almost like a family tree a little bit of sorts. You know what I mean? Starts with Apartment Family B, and you got I'm not sure if y'all started Bozos and Mofos yet.
Nah, me and Porsche ain't start that yet, bro. I'm trying not to get my account suspended again and have to start all over again, all over. Bro, it's hard. It's hard from going. It's hard from going from 10,000 back down to zero, bro. I think I'm like in the 3,000s now, but it's still.
Remind me of that, and let me see if I can put the pressure on somebody to get that for you. Get that done for you.
All right, bro. I mean, at this point, I'm almost starting over. But you already know this with me. Kill APT 5B. So that's Kill Apartment 5B on Twitter. Kill 889 on Instagram. We'll make beats for food.com. Jerv, just like you said. People know you're going to follow me. You're going to see my daughter all the time. Everybody knows Naomi. We do digging, daddy-daughter digging, where I play her the original sample and 2 people who used it. She has to pick who she likes. Ever since she turned 13 and can sit in the front seat, we got a segment called The Front Seat where we both play each other music. She'll play me the stuff she's listening to. I'll play her some old school stuff. So, yeah, same thing with mine, bro. Like it's a bunch of life on my on my timeline. So definitely, I think, and we need more of that. You know what I mean? We need to see more men being in their fathers' lives and everything like that. So I think that's extremely dope. Yo, good looking for chopping it up. Yeah, I'll check you next week, good brother.
No doubt. Y'all be safe, man.
All right, Jerv.
Peace.